looking in the sun. This is smart. Behind me is the latest setup with the Turbojet and APU, the GTC P85 and the SO-3. Let's show you what we're playing with. Start off in the car here. This is going to be the first start of this engine in the car. I'll show you the safety precautions we have. But we've got a FOD screen. I think that's the latest edition. Makes me feel a lot better. And no, I will not be sitting in the driver's seat for this start. We've got our, let's see, our wire here to our control panel engages. Our throttle cables, this is a cable, as you can see. We've got our fuel in through a valve, so we have our boost pressure. I just primed it, so there is residual pressure right now. Through a filter, to another filter and into the engine. We've got some high pressure gauges as well. The main forward thrust is going to, let's see here, the base of the seat. There's an angle iron down there. And just in case, we've chained it around the back of the car, just to make sure, because we have run it like that in the past with no issues. Same with that side. Now, why is this here, you ask? We've modified it. This doesn't normally belong here. 28 volt DC generator, alternator, whatever you want to call it. It's actually off an MRAP, so we use this GTC P85 to start the main engine. It just saves on batteries and voltage drop, and I get a good start. Our transfer pump for now, giving applied boost pressure. New filter, there is a little bit of a leak. Oh yeah, on the main engine there are some leaks. Every time I start there seems to be a new one that we have to fix, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Like I said, I'll be starting it from over there, which, as we can see, is not in any plane of rotation of either the turbines or the compressor case. We are actually well forward of that, so we're out of danger. Right now it's in park with the e-brake on. I do anticipate this jet pushing the rear wheel, locked rear wheels on the gravel, so we've got it chained loosely because I do want to see if it will push. And we also have chocks a little loose up front. Oh, hey Memphis, you're going to want to go hide, pal. The chocks there. So what's going to happen first, we're going to go through a checklist. I made a checklist, although the checklist is not up to date with it in the car, so we're going to change a little bit. What we're going to do with the GTC P85, the APU, is we're going to start it first. I'll probably just crank it a couple times to get the oil pressure built up before we start it. Once it's at speed, we'll energize the 28 volt. We'll come back to, well, at the same time, we'll turn on the transfer pump, get fuel pressure, turn on all the valves, make sure we've got boost pressure at the high pressure fuel pump inlet of the SO-3, and then we'll just go through our start checklist and hit the button and see what happens. Okay, we have a checklist. Engine secure and anchored. Yes. Chained. We'll keep an eye on that connection. It's not the best, I know, but it's secured, ready to go. This is our pre-start, and then we've got our start up, so when we get ready to actually crank it over. Control panel in secure location, check. APU 28 volt DC cart in position and connected, yes. Oh yeah, the fuel supply for the engine comes off of this cart right now. So this is our starting mule, I guess we can call it. So we've got our fuel line as well as our 28 volt plus and minus, positive, negative. Fuel tank has sufficient quantity, yes, it's full, we checked that. Connect APU cart fuel hose to engine inlet. That is the, as you can see in there, it's like a hydraulic fitting right now. It works. It's all for now. Inspect throttle and fuel cock linkage. That's these guys right here. Just did that. There, it's good. Cycle throttle and fuel cock levers. We've got, so we'll do throttle. We should be able to, I don't know if you can see in there. Let's see, we've got throttle or fuel. Perfect. to zoom back out too far. Here's what we're gonna do. Here we go. Okay. Intake and exhaust opening is clear. Well, I hope so. I got the FOD screen in the intake, so that better be clear. It's good to me. Make sure we've got nothing in there. No, we're good. Vicinity of intake clear. Yeah, I went through with the actually the leaf blower up there by the tractor. Went through that. Open fuel supply cell valve, boost pump on, 10 psi minimum. Open engine, low pressure filter valve, check for leaks. Okay, open pump. It's got pressure rising. And so this is the pressure at the inlet of the fuel, high pressure fuel pump. Look, we already have a leak. Where's that come from? Residual? Is it new? Oh, it's new. Oh, I also changed this fitting recently. Okay, that's not the end of the world. We'll make it run.
Since most of this content is all noise, I'm going to give my best effort to do a voiceover here to sort of describe what's happening, and we'll see how we make out here. So we've got going to start the APU. It's spooling up, making a whole bunch of noise. Signal was at full power, full speed, here we go. Remember, it's just a small guy running right now, so we're going to turn fuel on to the big jet. The starter sequence, blue LED on the control panel is lit. And I'm controlling the fuel and ignition separate. Those are the white LEDs that are going to come on shortly here once I see the RPM climb, but it never climbed. It actually went backwards. The second gauge on the right there, it's actually going counterclockwise. Obviously, I've had to take apart the wires and rewire to put it in the car. It's a 3-phase thing, and you just had to swap 2 wires and give it another whirl, and away we go. I'm just looking in the back right now to make sure that the rotor has completely stopped before I engage the starter once again. I don't want to wreck the clutch or the starter on this engine. So here we go, number 2. Start sequence going. Lots of fire. Almost too much fire. That's a lot of fire. So I'm also watching the EGT. On the side of the engine there's that yellow meter. I'm measuring exhaust temp on that because the gauge on the control panel is not working, and it got hot. So we shut it down right away, cut fuel. You can see the blue LED between the gauges on. That means that the starter is still engaged. So it's cycling cooling air through the engine to help cool it, so we don't have any pooling hot fuel or really hot areas. Okay, rotor stopped. Let's try it again. Fuel's on, starter's engaged. RPM's alive. You can see the heat haze of the engine catching. So we'll get into it a little bit later, but I've got an issue with the air-fuel ratio control unit. I've had to bypass part, so throttle response, especially down low, is a lot less than it used to be. Right now I'm just messing with the EGT wires to try to get that gauge to function correctly, just swapping them around. I thought I had polarity correct. Maybe not. Obviously it's not reading, so that's not helpful. And here it looks like I shut down the APU. So the APU is winding down, and we're just running on jet. Get a little bit of power, full power, watch the RPM. It is a little bit laggy, like I said. You can see all the dust and debris coming up, and about 85% RPM. Oh, car slowed. There you have it. It pushes the car. There are a few leaks. Looks like we're going to have a couple drain holes to put in there. One of the adaptations that I made, because these are Eastern European unobtainium fittings, I changed a bunch to AN. And since I'm not a welder, when I put this fitting on here, it actually warped the base. And we tried to straighten it, but it's still leaking from there. Looks like I might have a bit of a leak from that base as well. RTV is just apparently not enough, or I don't know, so we gotta fix that. The bottom of the, I don't know if we can get to it here. Ooh, it's hot on this side, weird. The bottom of that high pressure fuel pump, there's a leak down there somewhere. That's new, so we'll figure that one out. Yeah, so the car slid. It actually hit the chocks at the front before taking up the chain slack. The chocks did hold a full power run, so I'm happy with that. Obviously the jet is still in the car in the same place I left it. One thing that is a bit of a bummer is the EGT. I've been fighting with that, so that's what this probe doesn't stand up to the thrust of this thing, but the probe and the fluke meter are to get an accurate-ish reading of the EGT. So the first run also, it was going way over temp. I had too much fuel sat in there, so then we ended up running it. It hit over 1,000 degrees on that momentarily. We shut it down, shut fuel off, and kept the starter going for a 45-second cycle. If we look in, no, they look good. I mean, they're
obviously hot, but no, it's a single stage turbine disc, so there's nothing out of the ordinary there. Start cart did well, did what it's supposed to do. It ran really well. Yeah, EGT. I've been trying to work with the existing gauge, but it's not working out. I may have to upgrade to something new. RPM for now. This is all we got. It's the original from the aircraft, and yeah, all in all, a successful run. It was short. On idle, I put my head right in here, obviously with my headphones on, and it's deafening. I cannot imagine sitting in this seat. Ooh, this is a scuzzy headrest. Sitting in this seat with this thing running full blast right by my ear. There's no way. There's not enough hearing protection out there that'll save me there, so we'll have to think about that. For now, we'll just keep running it outside the car. You can see we did do some fancy pipe work to get it around the seat, so at least you can drive it, so we'll see. There's also the first run with the bell mouth on it. I know we added a bell mouth and added the FOD screen. From what I can tell, the screen worked. Nothing came through. I'm curious how much power that would have gained with that bell mouth. And I just did it's a fiberglass. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can build it. Yeah, like I said, all in all, very happy.